How are we doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. And I know I did a video last week about the truckers going through Canada and how really awesome that was. There's been a lot of updates. The things just got bigger and longer, and that's what she said. And it's just, I mean, everybody's been really fascinated by it. You've seen a lot of politicians come out and check this out. Everybody thinks it's really cool. It's an awesome thing. A lot of freedom. Now there's talking about truckers in the United States trying to mimic the same thing, do the exact same thing, running from California all the way to Washington, D.C., which is funny because Facebook shut down their page already, claiming it was in violation of their QAnon policy, even though they didn't actually show them examples of it. But I digress. What's new there? So, more of it. We've got another batch, another hit from the tech oligarchs. GoFundMe from theblaze.com. GoFundMe freezes Freedom Convoy fundraiser after it hits $10 million as Ottawa City Councillor presses Prime Minister to cut off group's funds. They're funding these mercenaries, and that funding stream needs to get cut off. Yeah, because a bunch of truckers driving their big rigs into the Capitol and honking their horns are mercenaries. What a bunch of little cowards. Scum. All of these people. Thank you, truckers! Look at all that. Oh, yeah, and from what I heard, that convoy was at least 50 miles long at one point. Probably longer than that. GoFundMe has paused the viral fundraising page for Canada's Truckers 2022 Freedom Convoy after it hit its $10 million on Wednesday, according to Fox News. Well, I think $10 million was their goal, to be fair. The fundraiser has been created primarily to offset costs of fuel and contribute to food and lodging for demonstrators. Truckers and other demonstrators have been protesting in Canada's capital for at least the last week. What are the details? All new donations are disabled at the time of this reporting, and a note that states under review is now at the top of the crowdfunding page. The note states this fundraiser is currently paused and under review to ensure it complies with our terms of service and applicable laws and regulations. Our team is working 24/7 and doing all we can to protect both organizers and donors. Thank you for your patience. A spokesperson for the company told Fox on Monday that it needs to ensure that the funds will be sent to the intended recipients. Recent events in Ottawa, Canada, have generated widespread discussion about the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser on GoFundMe, the spokesperson explained. We wanted to provide clarity around the actions that our global trust and safety and customer care teams take every day, just as they have with the Freedom Convoy fundraiser. The company added that the company will continue to monitor the fundraiser to ensure the funds are going to the intended recipients and that the fundraiser remains within our terms of service. Our monitoring includes maintaining close communication with the organizers as well as collaborating with the local law enforcement, the company said in its statement. The process takes time and may slow down the withdrawal process. If the fundraiser does violate our terms of service or does not directly benefit the intended beneficiary, we will remove it from our platform. And by the way, they do refund all of the money. It's not like GoFundMe keeps it. On Wednesday, City Councillor Diane Deans, who is also the chair of the Ottawa Police Services Board, oh joy, called on Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson as well as Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, aka Blackface, to petition GoFundMe to freeze protesters' access to the donations. They're funding these mercenaries. That funding stream needs to get cut off, she said, according to Toronto Star. Fox reported that the page has far exceeded the amount raised by Canada's major political parties last quarter. Ah! Nice! That's hilarious! That's funny as hell because Trump's claiming he's got like a $120 million war chest. The Star reported Thursday that the fundraiser is now the second largest in Canada, following a campaign created following the Humboldt Broncos 2018 bus crash. Nice. So, yeah, big shocker there. GoFundMe's cutting off the funds to the convoy. Now, it doesn't say they're cutting off the funds. They're just making sure that you can't donate anymore. I think they did get way more than what they intended. Like, this stuff was just supposed to be basically to cover, like, fuel and lodging and food. I mean, I know one of the organizers from the event was saying, I think it was like on Monday or Tuesday, that they'd raised so much money now that they can basically stay there for months. They don't ever have to go home, basically, at this point. So, hopefully GoFundMe figures out pulls their head out of their butt and gets this money all freed back up. I honestly don't think the guys need any more money at this point. I totally understand why people would want to keep on donating. But this is also one of those things. This is kind of a teachable moment. This is why you really need to understand that we need to be using things more like give, send, go, where we know they won't ban us. We know they won't go after us just for the fact that we are supporting conservative causes or libertarian causes or however you want to look at it, causes that basically are anti-woke in any way, shape, or form. So I think that's something we need to remind people about. Maybe the Canadians, because they haven't been in the culture war as much as we have, they maybe really didn't understand that. I'm hoping whoever's running the Freedom Convoy in the United States does understand that and does get on Give, Send, Go instead of trying to go through GoFundMe. I know it's the one most people know, but that's only because we don't use Give, Send, Go like we should be. And conservatives, we need to be creating our parallel economies. We have to be using products and services from like-minded people. Because if we don't, eventually everybody's going to cut us off. We need to be building our own banking systems. We need to be building our own online communities. We need to be supporting each other. We need to be finding businesses that support our values and go and get things from them. And stop going to these big box stores. Stop funding these global corporations that do not have your best interests at heart and will do anything to stab you in the back, take control, and make money. They don't see the collapse coming. They think they're going to be okay with it, and they think they're the ones that are going to be on top and in charge. Well, China thinks the same things. But spinning us out of their system and doing our own thing, like using Give, Send, Go instead of going through GoFundMe, then we can do that. And we can avoid the crash that they are trying to bring down upon us. So, this is Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. Thanks, guys.